When I want to get my RC on, I go to Crawler Ted's garage.
Hey guys, Crawler Ted here in the garage. You probably noticed this right off the hop. The Sawback is back. You may have seen the video with Cam, my buddy Cam 2040 here in the shop. If you didn't, check that out. Wow, hey? Is that crazy or what? I think it looks awesome. That thing's going to stand out for sure, eh? Yeah, that's going to be a pretty blingy Sawback, I'll tell you what. So now that we've got that, I've kind of been slacking off a little bit on this. I should have had the rest of it done before we had the body and we'd be ready to go, right? But I didn't. I was doing some other stuff and this and that. I don't have to tell you, you know how it is. So we've got a few things left to do before this thing is ready to hit the trail. So I'm going to pop this body off. We got to put the seats, all the seat pieces need to go in. There's a steering wheel. What else goes in there? I think there's a mirror. So a mirror, steering wheel, stuff like that. So and then beyond that, we've got the windshield put into the window unit here. I've got a a High-Tech 5646 waterproof servo I'm going to throw into it. I'm going to go with the stock drive shafts. I've decided I'm going to run them and see how it goes. My buddy seems to be having fairly good luck with his, so I'm going to go for it and run them, I guess. What the heck, you know. I've got spare shafts, MIP, so worst case if one blows up, I'll change it out right away, but it should be alright. Motor, I got a DeWalt motor here, all prepped and ready to go. I've removed the sleeve, I've removed the plastic mounting piece that comes on it. I've Dremeled the pinion off, flat spotted the shaft, good to go. I've got an axial AE2 speed control here. I've waterproofed this guy myself. I went a different route this time. I did a video of this method once before, and I don't know if I ever loaded it. And the ESC itself, I did the plastic or the waterproofing on it, and I believe it was on one of the trucks, either the red Chevy or the Rubicon that went down the river. So that's why that's why we never found out how well it worked. Tell you what. So I'll give you a little closer look at this once I bring everything over here and we start putting this together. So Traxxas, I happen to have the extra Traxxas radio and receiver, so I'm going to throw that in. I got to tell you, I really like the HPI one that I use for the Chevy. It's for the like the Sprint 2. I got one with my Little Savage, the Little Savage Flux. Simply because it's a perfect radio for one hand. The way that the wheel sits, you can one hand with that radio so nicely. I don't know why more of these guys don't keep that in mind when they build these radios. The Traxxas one, I mean, you can't reach that at all. You know, even if you add something in there, you know, that's the only way you're going to do it. With an awkward twist, you know, it's just not there. Whereas, let me show you the HPI one. Here it is. Oh, I see. I can see it right now, what it is. They run the drop down, eh? You see how it's got the drop down wheel? So check that. Like, look, you can drive one-handed all day, man. Easy. Makes it great if you're trying to film or, you know, whatever else you might be doing when you're trying to drive. You need a free hand, so, I mean, you know, it is what it is. They're cheap-ass radios, but still, it definitely fits and works well, in my opinion. So. Anyway, so I'm going to be using the Traxxas radio and receiver. So let's get zoomed in over here and get started on this, eh? Alright, so first thing we'll do, I guess, is we'll get all the rest of the accessories put onto the body. I'm not going to do decals yet. It comes with a whole decal sheet. I'm unsure where I'm going with that yet. So it shows us, they want us to just drill these out with a drill. You know, all the different holes for all the different accessories and stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and use my body reamer. It's super sharp, works great for stuff like this. So. Quite a few holes on this. You got to do 2 for each seat bottom. Looks like 2 for each seat back. There's a hole for the shifter. there's a hole for the mirror, a hole for the steering wheel, the 4 holes for the body posts, which I obviously have already done. Do the shifter one here now. It's a little bigger. Instead of the 3mm bolt, it's like a 5mm, I think, 4mm maybe, stub. See, so I just check. Doesn't fit. It's a nice thing with a body reamer, you know. Oh, so close. Okay, almost. Sometimes I like to come onto the back side because you get a bunch of crap when you ream through the one side. So then just take one path from the other side, gets it to the size you want, and a nice clean hole now. So I'm just going to touch these other ones I did just lightly. I don't need to enlarge them any, but just to clean all them burrs off of the bottom there. Make it all pretty, you know. Okay, the steering wheel. How crazy is that paint? Hey? Like, wow. Oh man, I'm still torn. If I should do clear lights underneath or if I should hit it with a blue, like a dark blue would probably really accent this really nice too. So I'm unsure which way to go. I've run both. My thing is lately the trucks that I've seen with the clear, they there's a couple guys, I'm trying to think off the top of my head who's running the clear lights. Travis is one of them in that Ford, his old Ford pickup there. He's got the clear lights. And it just looks so cool, so clean and crisp and bright, super bright. So I think it's kind of the water, some of the water shots that really get me with the clear. They look really good in the water, you know, when they start throwing roost. I mean, the colored lights are awesome too, but I just, yeah, lately it's, ow! Okay. So the body reamers are really sharp, dude. Try to focus on what I'm doing. Look at that thing. Stab my finger. No blood, we're okay. Don't call 911. Maybe dial 911 and then just wait. You never know what might happen, right? Okay, so just gonna try and ream these a little bit the reverse way. Get rid of the crud there and nicer hole. Alright, so okay, I think we are done with that. That's a nice one, eh? That's out of my Aeromax toolkit. The purple tool set. Beautiful tools, eh? Anyway. Okay, so now we got all the holes made, we can pop all these accessories on. And so, gotta open up a bag here. I don't have a knife. The little accessories here are held on with the O-ring and body clip system underneath of it, you know what I mean? Like the shifter, for example, drops into the hole, aiming the correct way, and then underneath, so you put an O-ring around that and then a body clip through it, and that's what snugs it up, eh? So, O-ring. Body clip. Okay, O-ring and a body clip, and that's what holds her in there, so that's awesome, eh? Okay, boom, there we go, that's one accessory in, woohoo! Okay, let's get our mirror on there. I think there's a decal. Oh, that's what I forgot was the mirror hole. I think there's a decal for the mirror. It's Yeah, it's silver. I don't know. Maybe I'll use it. I also have some chrome vinyl, I guess it is. So maybe I'll cut one that's will look a little more like a mirror. I don't know. Okay, so this is a big hole here too. There, see that? Nice, eh? And I'm just going to hit it from the inside. Stuff that in there. Slap an O-ring over it. Try to find the hole in the post. And so there we go, that's the mirror attached. Cool. Steering wheel. So the steering wheel takes a really long bolt in there. And I'm just going to thread it in. I saw a really cool video, I think it was yesterday, on a Sawback with had a dude in the driver's seat, and he had added the steering servo to the steering wheel, so I'm probably going to do that too. It's super easy on this. Look how much room you have under there to work, you know what I mean? To do something like that. So I think it's well worth doing. It looked excellent. The drivers, you know, driving along, turning the steering wheel and stuff. Yeah, that's super cool. Very scale, I like it. So, okay, and then on the steering wheel here, what are we doing? A nut and a washer holds this one on. Come on. There we go. Okay. Let's get these seats put down. Okay, so let's get these seats put on. It's the bottoms first, and then the tops just slide over on top of it. A couple tiny little screws. Awesome. Okay. Oops. Trying to put it back on the bottom there. That is not going to work. Line that sucker up. Are you kidding me? Something always has to be stubborn, right? You know. Okay. So there's the bottoms of the seats in. Let's get our back on. Oops, it's the wrong side, this way. Alright, get in there. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Yeah, it's pretty darn cold here right now. We warmed up a bit, everything melted, and then boom, we got it back into the deep freeze. So it was I think it was, I don't know, minus 25, close to minus 30 this morning, depending on where you were. That's Celsius, so retarded cold. Can you, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So as soon as it warms up, the first rig that I'll be taking out will be this guy. You can bet on that. Been itching to get it out there. I want to start mixing it up a little bit. I've got a lot of rigs, you know, so I want to start running them more. Instead of just running the one Chevy all the time, I'll start running something different on the trail all the time, you know. Try and kind of make it a thing where, well, you know, depending on what you're doing and where you're going too, I guess. But try and change it up every run kind of thing even. It'd be fun, you know, just simply to change it up. There we go. Okay. Oops, there's our seats. I've broken the windshield. So violent. Interior is pretty much complete there, except for my driver. I'm looking for something the right size, you know. I've seen some that are just, they're a little bit too small. It doesn't really work, I guess, because the scale of this vehicle is slightly different, right? So then I'll get some accessories. I'm going to accessorize this and scale it up. I'd like to get a bimbo or a couple bimbos. Or I saw a comment on, just quickly glancing through my Gmail just recently here, somebody had said that the driver I wanted, the wrestling driver I wanted for this was Fandango. I don't follow wrestling. I do the UFC, but I don't follow wrestling. So I'm not sure who that is, but is it the right size? That's what counts. I'm not sure. So I need to find out what size driver. I think it's a little bigger, obviously, than the ones we use for the other stuff. So I'll see what happens. So anyway, let's get our window popped into here now. That looks like it's a pretty simple process, eh? Pull off the peel and stick. I should do it before I put it in, but no biggie, I can do it after. I'm going to put a Crawler Ted's Garage banner across the top of the windshield, of course, you know. That'll look sick on there. So just goes in under all the tabs so that it can't fall out on you. Boom. There we go. Got it locked down under the 2, 4, 6 tabs. My buddy Cam, when he painted it, he uses liquid masks, so he left the lenses clear for me there and there, because I was pretty sure that somebody's going to come out with a light bucket kit for this body, right? And sure enough, I heard that there's already one for the headlights. I know what some people are doing is cutting it out, mounting little flashlights or the Walmart stuff in there. I could do that, but I'm going to go with the light buckets. I mean, why not, right? At this point, you may as well just do that, and then I'll get it LED'd. So the windshield has a pin that goes right down into the center there, and you can put an O-ring and a body clip on that bad boy too, just to keep it in place so it doesn't flop around. So I'm not sure, eh? I think I'll just leave it loose for now. It's nice to be able to put it down and up, I think. So, okay, so where are we? We got all the interior done. We got the windshield done. We are rocking. Okay, so now I want to get the body clips in that set the ride height of the body, obviously. So let's just move this over here. Get rid of this body rear again before I stab myself or something, eh? Okay, so is it second hole? Looks like they're just going with the second hole, so I'm going to use that as a good starting point. And then see, I'm still going to stick with these stock tires. Apparently it sounds like these tires suck from what I'm hearing, so I mean, you know how it is. I'm just going to drive it anyway and run them. And if they're that bad, you know, they'll be a good summer tire if nothing else, right? Who cares in the summer? But I was thinking too, maybe I'd do some cutting. Like they're a pretty full tread. I think it feels soft and kind of sticky, rubbery, you know, so maybe it's just some cutting, you know what I mean? The guys in the club, man, they do a lot of creative tire cutting and stuff, so maybe I'll see what Brian suggests, and I don't know, every second alternate or something, I don't know. Take out this lug, this, you know, there's so many ways you can do it, right? So it depends. But I bet that'll make a difference, because you know, for me, I prefer the little tires. I run 2.2s in the winter, all my comp stuff except for mini classes 2.2s. You know, the little tires are fun. You know, in reality, it's, you know, the big tires, yes, they conquer everything, but heck, sometimes, especially when summer rolls around, it's nice to throw on the set of little tires and boom, you got a challenge again, right? Everything isn't super easy anymore, so yeah, just changes it up, makes it fun. So anyway, where are we here? We got those in. Let's just throw the O-rings so you can see it uses a body clip and an O-ring on each post. You've seen that before probably. Not that uncommon. Okay, now I haven't seen it with these on obviously, so just going to quickly take a look. Okay, it looks like the front's a little bit high, I think. Well, maybe not, actually. That was actually probably level. Okay, so there we go. So now I got the body set, the height set. Okay, so there you go. We are done with that. No more instruction manual. It's all do it on your own now. So let's get rid of this lid for now. And the decals, I'm going to hold off on that. Jeez, where am I put that? Okay, oh, I know what we'll do. We're going to back up a tiny bit. Look, I'm backtracking here to grab my manual. Because we are going to use these drive shafts, let's just quickly find the drive shaft section.